Hello. Hello and welcome to the second lesson in the series of School for Life lessons for English learners. This is the second lesson for learners of English in grade 7, and today's topic is again health and well-being. Today we are talking about health and well-being, personal hygiene, wash your hands. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to describe the procedures of personal hygiene and to explain the importance of personal hygiene for health. I'm Sanja Božinović, your English teacher. We will begin with a poem. I have written a poem for you. It's based on our last lesson. Corona is here. Remember to wash your hands and don't get too scared. Look at these 3 lines. In the first line there are 5 of something, 5 items. Corona is here. How do you count to 5? What do you include? What do you pay attention to? Read aloud to find out. Yes, these are syllables. Count your vowels and you will know your syllables. Corona is here. 5 syllables. That's how haiku functions. I have written this poem for you, and you can write your own poem if you like. Just pause this video and write your poem. It can be about anything, but I would prefer it to be about health and well-being. Quiz time. In our last lesson, we discussed the problem of health and well-being with the doctor. And the doctor said in a case of the coronavirus outburst, the first rule is to wash your hands. And we discussed some other things to do if you want to stay healthy and safe. Think. You can pause this video to think and complete these sentences. You should wash your hands. That's rule number 1, and we remember it from lesson 1. But what else should we do? What else can we wash? Think of the words for body parts that you know. Stay away. Turn away from people. What kind of people? In what kind of situations? 4. Cover your nose and your mouth. When? What are the situations when we cover our nose and mouth? Change into, let me point. What do we wear? Change into. Pause this video and complete these sentences. All these procedures, all these things to do to stay healthy and safe, like for example, wash the whole of your body, change into clean clothes, stay away from people who are sick, and turn away when you sneeze or cough. All these are called, there is one word, it begins with H. Do you know what that is? Yes, it's hygiene. Hygiene, it's a practice. It's what you do to keep healthy and clean, your hygiene. And did you know that the word comes from the name of the Greek goddess of health, cleanliness, and sanitation, and her name was Hygeia. Your task is to think about washing your hands. I am sure we can all agree that it's the most important thing to do these days. My question is, when do you wash your hands? Think about before, during, after you do some activities in your everyday life. How do you wash your hands? Do you know the proper procedure? How to do it correctly? Why do you wash your hands? What are the reasons? Pause this video and complete this table. Let's get back to when. You wash your hands before you prepare your food. Let's say you prepare your sandwich. First you wash your hands, then you prepare it, then you eat it. Before you eat your food, if you have a cut or wound and you need to treat it, you need your hands to be clean. When you go to the toilet, afterwards, you wash your hands. When you blow your nose, you wash your hands. When you cough, you wash your hands. When you sneeze, you wash your hands. When you touch your pet, you wash your hands. When you want to speak about it, you don't need to mention these two activities separately. I wash my hands when I prepare my food. You can say, I wash my hands before, during, after, and then you add ing to the verb that describes your activity. I prepare my food after or before preparing my food. Eat, eating. Treating a cut that I have, treating. I use the toilet, using. I blow my nose, blowing. How do we do it? Pay attention. You just add ing. But if the verb ends in e, like prepare, there's an e. You omit it. You don't need it when you add ing. The same goes for use, use. You don't need e when you add ing. Or sneeze, sneeze. You omit e when you add ing. So you can use verb plus ing after, before, during, after. But be careful when you write it. If you need more time, you can pause this video and practice making phrases about when you wash your hands. Why do we do it? The keyword is a germ. Germ. You can practice saying it if you're not familiar with the word. It's a microorganism that causes disease. In the nice poster that I have taken from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, cdc.gov, there are all kinds of objects that you all use every day. You can pause the video and try to name them. What do you touch every day and that contains germs? And you must wash your hands to stay healthy. The headphones, the mobile, the pencil, toys, the ball, the seat at school. Pause this video and name them all. And on the left hand side, there's the answer to the question that I offer to you. Why do we wash our hands? To prevent illness, to avoid spreading germs, and to stay healthy. If you have some more ideas, you can add these to your own ideas in the table from the beginning. And my third question was how? How do we do it? This is the procedure. You will see, I'm sure you have seen a lot of posters in your school, everywhere you go, how to wash your hands properly. The most important thing is to use water to wet your hands, then to get soap. Soap is extremely important. Then with the soap, with the help of some soap, you form that white mess of bubbles. We say that you lather. Then you rub your hands, you wash between your fingers, you scrub your hands thoroughly. Then you use some fresh water to rinse. And then you make sure you dry your hands. On the right hand side, there is the procedure again. Your hands are dirty? Okay. Wet? Get soap. Scrub. Rinse, dry, and they're clean. That's a bit simplified. You can decide which of the procedures, which of the posters can help you better to learn how to describe in English what you do. Here are the words: wet, lather, scrub, rinse, dry. And the poster you can take, and I'm sure you have seen already in your school, that the Croatian Red Cross offers to everyone to share and to use to learn how to wash your hands properly in 30 seconds. Your task now is to look at the pictures, to follow the procedure, to remember the words, and to practice saying aloud, describing the procedure. Use the present continuous because you are doing it in real time right now. Make full sentences and practice a few times until you are happy. How do you wash your hands? Describe the procedure. You can pause this video and practice for as long as you need. Here are the words. You have 2 posters on the previous slide. You can use them all. Practice saying, describing how you wash your hands. That's the task for today. And your final task, your main task for this lesson is to create a video. Create a video. You can use your mobile phone, your tablet, or your laptop to create it. And your video should consist of 3 different stages. First, you say who you are, introduce yourself. Then you explain in detail what you're doing, and you show how you're washing your hands properly. You show that you have learned in this lesson. And then you stop and think, and you say why that is important. When you create your video, you can do a number of things, but I would like you to share your video with your friends and other students of English. So I've created a Padlet for you, and you can access it in 2 different ways. There is a link, bit.ly/ruke, or there is a QR code. In any of these 2 ways, you access the same Padlet and double click it, and you can share your video. This rubric will help you make the most of this task. In this task, there are 3 important things: the content of the video, Make sure your video has the introduction, the detailed description of the procedure of washing your hands, and the conclusion, why you're doing it. Make sure you use the vocabulary you have learned in this lesson, and make sure you are careful about your grammar, present simple for the facts and present continuous for the procedure when you are showing how you are doing it. And finally, make sure your audio and your video is good quality so we can see you and hear you explain how and why you wash your hands properly. If you want to learn more about this topic, here is a list of some topics for your further inquiry. You can get more information about how the soap works. Why do we need soap to wash our hands? Or you can find more information about how viruses work. Why are they a threat to our health? Or you can learn more about the goddess, the Greek goddess Hygeia, and why she gave the name to the notion of hygiene we discussed today. Or anything else that comes to your mind if you want to learn more. That's all for today. My final message is keep calm and wash your hands. Keep calm, wash your hands, stay healthy and safe until our next lesson. Goodbye.